Welcome to SNN. I'm Cody Feldman here with...
Hannah Gentry. Hey Cody, do you park in the Montfort parking lot?
I do, and it's honestly been a pain over the past few weeks with the new tennis court construction.
I'm here with the Port Washington Athletic Director, Nick Stratweiser. Mr. Stratweiser, what kind of upgrades are we going to see here at the tennis courts?
So we're super excited about our new tennis courts. Going to be state of the art, some of the best courts on Long Island. We're going to start with probably the biggest upgrade, which is going to be lights. So you can see all of our lights all around the courts. If you're on one of our tennis teams, girls in the fall, boys in the spring, you know that many times matches go extremely late. And now we're not going to have to worry about daylight and racing through matches anymore because we'll have lights. That also means the community is going to be able to play at night. There's going to be a lot of really major upgrades with the light system. We're also going to have a players area on the far side. Tennis is one of the only sports where we have our players that are standing on the outside watching matches happen, and the spectators could be right with them. So we're gonna have a players only area with benches on the far side, which would be really cool. We're gonna be one of the only high schools that has that area. And then all new walkways. So the all new walkways are on the back side for people to walk around and watch. There's gonna be all new brick area in the front, where it used to be some, like, it would be like mud or it'd be dirt or it'd be like uneven area. So it's gonna be all new brick pavers. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful when it's done.
The only downside to this is there has been some inconveniences for students and teachers in the Montfort lot. Why did you guys decide to do this now rather than over the summer?
So the original plan was for the construction to happen over the summer. Permits were put in place in the beginning of last year, about a year ago, and unfortunately New York State delayed a lot of projects for high schools all over the state, and we were one of the projects that got delayed here at the tennis court. So we waited until after the fall tennis season to start construction so that it could be done before the spring tennis season.
Well, we are very excited to see our teams playing on these brand new courts. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. So thank you very much.
Yes, go tennis.
I'm here with one of the Schreiber seniors who is parking at Montfort this year, Tyler Bray. Tyler, tell me a little bit about the struggle going on in the lot.
Yeah, so first I have to wake up like 20-30 minutes before everyone else just to get a spot. Then I have to go on a really long walk because they're deciding to do construction now during the school year. It's cold. I feel like the wind's always going against me. I have to start wearing a coat to school and then have to carry that around all day. And then the alternative is parking at Boy Chicks, but that costs money. And sometimes I forget, and they're pretty strict with the tickets, so it turns into like $50. So it's a real lose-lose situation.
I'm here with senior James Kinsey. And James, tell me a little bit about the Montfort parking situation.
First of all, it's great to be here. It's great to be here. Great to do this interview. In the beginning of the year, Montfort it was cool because you had to go up the stairs. You had to go like around the tennis court. It was pretty scenic. I liked it because I was used to going up from Boy Chicks and it wasn't really scenic. There were so many cars. I didn't like it. But now they're redoing the tennis courts, so now I got to walk all the way across the turf. And I don't know if you guys have been outside recently, which I'm assuming you have, but it's cold. So I'm freezing. I'm like basically like I'm like jogging at this point. I'm just trying to get to my car, and don't even get me started on after school. Oh my God, it's brutal. You gotta leave class like 3 minutes early at this point.
Thank you, James.
Of course, sir.
You know, Cody, I've been really loving all the segments we've been having this week, but something feels like we're missing.
I completely agree. That's why we brought in John Gold for his mystery segment of the week. Let's see what we got.
Spotify Wrapped has came out today, and we are here to ask teachers and students who their number one artist and also their number one song is. I'm here with two seniors, Devin Sivan and Olivia Gade. Who is your number one artist and also your number one song?
My number one artist is Taylor Swift, and my number one song is Headlines by Drake.
My number one artist is Drake, and my number one song is Best I Ever Had.
Also by Drake.
Why is everyone in class taking a test? Who's your number one artist and your number one song?
My number one artist is Young Lean, and my number one song is Ghost Town by Travis Scott and Young Lean.
Thank you. Now, Ms. Saibzada, who is your number one artist and your number one song?
Number one artist, Zach Bryan, and number one song, Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter.
And now, Evan, who is your number one artist and also your number one song of the year?
My number one artist was Gunna, and my number one song was Cayman Saw.
Thank you. I'm here with Mr. Beach, boys bowling coach and also a math teacher in the school. Mr. Beach, who is your number one artist and also your number one song?
So my number one artist here, a bit of a throwback, Paramore. For whatever reason, their most recent albums have coming up a lot in my playlist. My top song this year was All My Best Friends Are Metalheads by a band called Less Than Jake, a little ska punk action from back in my high school days.
All right, thank you, Mr. Beach.
Got it.
Cigarettes After Sex, Apocalypse.
And your top artist?
Kanye.
Thank you. I'm here with Cal Ackerman Lundberg. Who's your number one artist and also your number one song?
My number one artist is Playboy Cardi, and my number one song is Lamb Truck by Osama Sun.
Thank you. Who's your number one artist on Spotify Wrapped and also your number one song?
Travis Scott and We Don't Trust You by Metro. And I don't remember.
All right, thank you.
Hannah, have you ever attended a Model UN conference?
You know, I never have, but I've always wanted to know what it's like in there. But Sophia and Evan covered a Model UN conference. Let's see it.
I'm here with Ms. Hudson, and I want to ask you, what's exciting about Model UN?
So for those of you who do not know, Model UN is a club where we simulate the United Nations. So students prepare to go to different conferences to argue on behalf of their country with different views and opinions and come up with resolutions. And then hopefully win Best Delegate if they can, which we do get some people who get that. So it's really exciting to be able to have a lot of students come together for a really cool activity that is also good for like your knowledge about the world. So every year, I'm so proud of all my students. They put together this amazing conference with over usually 15 schools in attendance. So for starting even already, so starting in November until March, they are busy planning their committees, coming up with topics, drafting outlines, really putting entire committees together so that in March, when again, all those schools come here, we have an awesome day where we have food, we have dessert, but we also get to have live discussions where my students become like leaders, lead the conference, they chair their committees, which is really, really exciting and cool opportunities for them to grow and have fun and kind of just like, I don't know, be in charge a little bit, which is a really cool thing to do. Yeah, so I am so lucky to also have a bunch of officers who are instrumental in running every meeting. I'm there for moral support and for all like the back work, but really running the day-to-day are my presidents, Sadie, as well as Layla. So they are current seniors. They've been in the club for 3 years now, and they really take a stand every meeting to make sure that people, no matter freshmen or been in the club since freshman year, really understand the process and can be successful. I also have great assistance with Devin Sivan, as well as some newer members too, like Zadia, who's a sophomore. They're just really awesome and they make me not have to worry as much and they get things under control, which is super nice and awesome.
We caught up with a couple kids who just recently got into college. We'd like to highlight where they're going and what they're going to be doing.
I'm here with Marshall, who recently got into Boston College. Marshall, what made you choose Boston College?
So I'm not really sure like what I kind of want to do like in terms of career. I'm not really sure about my interests, but BC is like really well balanced for people who are undecided, and you don't have to declare a major for 2 years. So kind of any route I want to go down is possible at BC.
But we do know that you did major in psychology. So what about psychology really stood out to you?
So I do like conducting research, and on top of that, mental health is something that's really important to me. So with psychology, there are a lot of different routes that you could go down. So like while it is kind of a general psychology major, you could turn that into a pre-med track, or you could just become a psychologist, or you could turn that into education. So there are a lot of different routes that you can go down with psychology, which is why I chose it.
All right, thank you. Congratulations.
I'm here with Eva Carell, who got accepted to Tulane. You ED'd, Eva. What was your decision like, and how did you choose Tulane?
So Tulane really checked all the boxes for me. It has the warm weather that I wanted and also like a good medium-sized school. I didn't want anything too big or too small. But even though it's still like under 10,000 undergrad, like there's really good like sports and like it's a very fun school, and obviously it's in New Orleans, which is a great city.
Tell us a little bit about your planned major, what you want to study, and what we can maybe see from you in the future.
So right now my major is history, and I'm on the track for pre-law because, well, you can really major in anything for pre-law, but I really like history, like social studies is like my favorite subject. So that's why I picked that to study, and I want to go into politics. So I'm going to go to law school, hopefully.
All right, good luck.
So Cody, we're nearing almost the end of our first semester as seniors. Do you know who's going to be the senior of the week this week?
I don't know, but we'll see who Eva Carell caught up with on this week's Senior of the Week.
Welcome back to another episode of Senior of the Week. I'm here with
Cole Reyes.
And today we're going to talk about all the things that Cole does in school and out of school. So Cole, right now you're in the middle of your third season on varsity basketball. Can you tell us a little bit about how your season's going so far?
Yeah, our season, we played 4 games so far, and we started off 4-0, and we currently beat 2 defending state champions, so it feels great, obviously, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and expect anything. But I think the team is great. We've obviously lost a bunch of seniors and John last year, but I trust these guys, and they're really good.
After 3 years on varsity, you're finally a senior. What does it mean to you to be able to lead this team?
As a sophomore and junior, I've been looking up to the seniors and the kids above me, and I'm very close with them still. But as a senior now, I have to step into a new role of becoming a leader, bringing energy every day, keep everyone pleased, make sure everyone works hard. So it's a different role, but it feels great.
So Cole, the last 2 seasons you guys made it to the county championships, but you didn't win it. So what is your strategy this year to hopefully make it past that round?
Obviously it was tough losing these last 2 years, but our strategy this year is obviously make it. We made it the last 2 years, and we lost. Obviously that hurts. So this year we're going to try to make it back again, not get ahead of ourselves, and just try to get better every single day, and we'll see how that goes.
So Cole, you're also on the golf team. Can you tell us a little bit about why you chose to play a second sport?
Well, I obviously liked golf a lot, but my main reason was just be on a team with my younger brother, who's been on the golf team since 7th grade. So I just wanted to share a moment and some time with my brother and be on the same exact team. So.
Hannah, have you been enjoying our Students at Work segment?
I do. I actually really love seeing students having jobs. Let's see who they're covering this week.
Welcome back to another segment of Students at Work. Today, I caught up with 3 Aikido employees. Unfortunately, however, I was not allowed into the Aikido establishment to record, but I did catch up with 3 employees. Let's take a look at that. I'm here with Thomas Stilianos, current Aikido employee. Thomas, how do you balance work and school at the same time?
So a little bit ago, we used to be able to do our schoolwork at Aikido while we were working, or in our off time, because no one's really eating between like 2 to 4 and stuff like that. But then we had this manager, Eduardo, came in, and he's been changing a lot. I won't say if it's good or bad, but I'm not allowed to do homework anymore. So it has been a little bit of a struggle recently.
A lot of the times I make a schedule for myself. So if I know I'm working one day and I got like a test in a week, I'll like split up my assignments, and I'll do like, okay, like if I got CK12s, I'll get CK12s done on this day. I'll study for 30 minutes to an hour this day, go to work. And then I do a little bit of increments each day, like leading up to a test or studying. So that way I have time to do work and then come home if I'm like really tired or stressed. I don't have to do anything because I've already done those incremental things on the days like leading up to a test.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all so much for watching SNN. I'm Cody Feldman here with Hannah Gentry. We'll see you next time.